the previous lecture, we have talked about the marketing process and how it is important to understand, create, deliver, and capture value as a company. In this lecture, we will elaborate on some important decisions that need to be taken along the process. What business are we in? Who are our competitors? What is the fundamental entity that we design communications for? What's our business goals? And finally, what's our marketing goal? Failure in understanding or answering these questions may lead to marketing failures. The first question we need to answer is, what business are we in? We need to have a very clear understanding of how we define our core business. It's an important determinant of all subsequent marketing and communications decisions. Here I would like to talk about the term marketing myopia. This term was first expressed by Theodore Levitt in a Harvard Business Review article in 1960. Levitt argues that many companies incorrectly take a short-sighted approach to the way they define their business. He suggests that companies need to have an expansive view on marketing that reflects consumers' needs. Additionally, he says that companies should actually look at marketing from the consumer's point of view and satisfy their needs better than any existent or potential competitor. Please do not forget that he said this 5 decades ago, and still some companies fail to have this perspective. For example, let's think of a company that sells hiking boots. This company should not define its core business as selling hiking boots, but as providing means for outdoor exploration and adventure. Another example is Disney Corporation. What business do you think Disney is in? Marketing managers with a myopic view might answer this question as, we make movies and theme parks. But according to Levitt, marketing managers with a broader marketing view would answer the question as, we create fantasies. How we define our core business will influence our R&D process, definition of our competitors, and how we communicate with our consumers. Disney would have never entered the video game business, for example, if they had a myopic view and defined their business limited to movies and theme parks. The way we define our core business will affect our definition of competitors. Who are the competitors of Disney? The other theme parks and movie producers? Or any company that creates fantasies for consumers? We need to have a very clear definition of our competitors so that we can examine the benefit that they are providing to the consumers and then identify how we can differentiate our offering from theirs. We have direct and indirect competitors in line with our core business definition. A direct competitor offers the same primary benefit with the same product or service to the same target audience. A direct competitor is probably what most commonly comes to mind when we think of the word competition. An indirect competitor offers another good or service that satisfies the same need and hence can serve as a viable substitute for our offering. For example, a fried chicken restaurant competes directly with other fried chicken restaurants, but it also competes indirectly with burger stands and other quick service restaurants. While the specific product offering is different, each fulfills the same customer need: fast meals at low prices. Once we define our core business and identify our competitors accordingly, we need to ask, what is the fundamental entity that we are preparing a communications campaign for? The choice of the fundamental entity determines all subsequent decisions. We need to decide whether we are preparing communication strategy for an umbrella brand or for any specific sub-brands. For example, are we preparing a communications campaign for the Apple brand, or Apple iPhones, or Apple Watches? This decision will affect how we will tailor our strategies throughout the campaign planning. Because Apple Watch is a new product and its attributes are not as well known as the iPhones, the way we communicate with the target audience will be different. For example, we need awareness and information dissemination campaign for the watches, but we do not need to increase awareness for the iPhones anymore. Next, we need to decide on the specific goal of the company. Most of the time, it's either increase in profit or increase in unit or sales volume, revenues. Business goal should be single-minded. If we identify the business objective as an increase in profitability by 5% and in sales by 2%, then how will we choose between an advertising campaign or investing in a cost-cutting machine? To increase profitability, we usually need to cut costs, right? And to increase sales, we may invest in a promotions campaign. When we are forced to choose between profit or revenues, we should know which one is the primary objective and which one is the secondary objective. Once we decide on either of them, all subsequent decisions need to be consistent with it. Consistency in every step is the key for an efficient and effective marketing and communications campaign. For example, if the objective is identified as increasing revenues by 20%, then your campaign might be designed to attract new consumers. Attracting new consumers usually requires an investment, which may influence profitability negatively. You may also expect to generate more revenues by increasing your prices, but only if your consumers are not price sensitive at all. If you have identified the business objective as increasing profits by 10%, then you should try to reduce marketing spending or cut some other costs, and at the same time try to maintain the current consumers. In every decision, you need to refer back to the business goal and evaluate the consistency of the new decision with the goal. While we are identifying our target audience during segmentation and targeting, we also decide on whether our intention is to retain our consumers or to gain new ones. This decision will determine to whom we will tailor our communications campaign. For example, if we intend to gain new consumers, then our communications should be more informative and educate people about the benefits of our products. However, if our intention is to retain our consumers, then our communications should be designed to increase consumer loyalty. Typical activities for customer acquisition are advertising to create awareness and trigger trial, developing new products to attract new consumers, preparing trial promotions, coupons, personal selling activities, and sampling. Whereas typical activities for customer retention would be advertising to reinforce brand image and customer loyalty, preparing continuity promotions, loyalty programs, community building activities, and improving existing products, customer service, and trying to prevent our consumers switching to competitors. We see that once we set our priorities with regards to existing and potential consumers, we design our communication strategy accordingly. In this lecture, we have discussed some additional important decisions that need to be taken while planning an integrated marketing communications campaign. Answers to all these questions will work as a decision aid for the marketing managers in every subsequent step of the communications campaign.